So this is just another update video. Um, I guess at this point it's pretty safe to say that this is like, like a mature setup. I believe it's like 9 or 10 months old or something like that. It's not a year old yet, but it's coming up on it. It looks stunning in my opinion. I mean, it looks just absolutely fantastic. It's really hard to kind of catch all of the detail on camera because it is a larger setup and there's so many sort of like sections of it that are just so interesting to look at. Like you could see how this passion vine has grown over this gap multiple times and sort of made all these vines. Or like this area down here, I really like the way these the S. repens is growing along with the Peperomia prostrata. Um, they just there's so many little areas that look really cool, and then there's down below. I've recently added some feeder guppies to see. It's a little dirty down here. I have to vacuum, but you could see it's really nice down here. I actually kind of trimmed it up, but a lot of the Peperomia prostrata has grown into the water, and there's roots down in here and stuff. And then there's this Sagittarius subulata uh, and some Amazon swords. So, and then there's some floating plants and stuff. And then the frogs are in here. They're still pretty shy, so to speak. But I see them every day. I hear them calling all the time. There's a vanilla orchid back in there that's growing up. It wasn't doing anything for a long time. It was just like a little cutting that was just sitting in there. And it had grown some really fat roots, but it wasn't growing like any, like vegetative growth at all. And then suddenly it just went nuts and it's like launching up to the top now. So hopefully after a long time that'll ramble all around through here. And this big Bromeliad is still doing good. These get really, really large, but I've kind of bonsaied it. I've just continued to trim the leaves and blast it with light so it stays pretty compact. And then this orchid is way up here, and it's growing this other shoot. It's just all the detail is like phenomenal in my opinion. I love the way it looks. I love looking in here. I love seeing the frogs. I love seeing like the fish now. And if the fish do well in here long term, I'm going to get a pair or a trio of Pygmy Sunfish, which they're actually like a Florida native species that's not too common, but they're a tiny little fish that displays really interesting like mating and just general behavior. So they're cool to watch. They're almost like having a tiny little cichlid or something. So I'm really excited for those. And yeah, other than that, everything is still going well in here. It's really fun to just look in here and see all the stuff that's going on. Like, and some of the stuff I can't even see. Like there's sections back in there, and there's whole bromeliads back in there that I don't even really get a good look at. So it's really, really cool. And yeah, so that's how the tank's doing right now.